Thinking about buying your first home? In this video, I'm going to share the 5 questions that every single first-time buyer needs to know the answers to before looking for properties. Coming up. Hey guys and girls, what's up? My name's Alex Kerr, I'm a qualified mortgage broker, and on this channel we provide the best tools and tips to first-time buyers. If this is the first time we're meeting, please consider subscribing. Let's jump into the video. Question number 1. How much can I afford? What is the purchase price I can go to? How much can I borrow? What do the monthly payments look like? That's all around the first question in affordability. You need to know before you look for properties. There's nothing like going to look for properties, finding your dream home, and then realising you can't go to that purchase price. The affordability is not there. Affordability, check that first. Number 2, credit file. What does that look like? Okay, now Experian and Equifax are the credit files that the mortgage lenders will look into. Now what I recommend you do is use a company called checkmyfile, download your credit file, as they provide multiple reports on one credit file. You'll get both your Experian and your Equifax reports on that one file. It's vital that you understand what's going on both Experian and Equifax, because some lenders use one, other lenders use the other. If there's a difference in the two credit files, then we could have a problem. It's best to iron these issues out now. Also, sometimes errors occur on your credit file which could trip you up during a mortgage application. Always check your credit file first and iron out any possible errors. Number 3, do I have the correct documentation? So documents, do you have a passport or driving licence? Are they in date? Does the driving licence have the correct address in? Expired documents will not be taken by the mortgage lender. Your mortgage will be declined if you can't provide suitable ID. Double check expiry dates, double check addresses. Utility bills, do you have a utility bill in your name within the last 3 months? And that's not including a mobile phone. They will not take mobile phone bills. If all your utility bills are in your partner's name, that's okay. Do you have a bank statement? A bank statement can be used as proof of address. Alright, pay slips, proof of income. If you're employed, you need 3 months pay slips and potentially a P60. Sometimes for 2 years if you've been in employment for 2 years. Can you put your hands on those? Are your pay slips correct, clear? Do they show your net pay? Have they got the correct name, the spelling, the address? All these areas have to be correct or the lender will not take them. Bank statements need to be salary credited, so they need to show the net pay on the pay slip going into the bank, and the bank statement must have the correct address on. If you're self-employed, you need an SA302 and a tax year overview. That's a sole trader. If you're a limited company, you'll need those documents plus signed accounts from a qualified accountant. Okay, it must be qualified accountant. If you're a sole trader and you submit your own self-assessments, then the Inland Revenue will provide you with your SA302 and your tax year overview. Sometimes an SA302 is called a tax computation if your accountant is supplying the documents. Question number 4. What will my mortgage quote look like? It's vital that you obtain a mortgage quote before you look for properties. That will give you vital information, how much your monthly payments will be, what the rate is, what purchase price you can go to, any associated fees with the transaction, so you understand exactly where you are and you can reflect that in the property price that you look at. Number 5, will I pass the credit score? Well, as discussed in previous steps, it's good to get a copy of your credit file. That will give you an indication. If your bank or a broker assesses it correctly, you will know if you're going to pass the credit score or not, because you will have a look at your payments, any credit commitments. You'll understand if there's any conflicting data, if there's any adverse credit. It's all on your credit file, and that can be reflected to the correct mortgage lender. And once you know you're going to pass the credit score, you can have what's called an agreement in principle. with the mortgage lender. They'll do a credit score based on the information you've provided, and if you pass the credit score, they'll supply you with an agreement in principle certificate. You can then take that to estate agents and show them your certificate. They will see that you are mortgage material. Now, if there's anyone else looking for properties at the same time as you and they're not able to supply an agreement in principle certificate, you will be in a stronger position because you can prove you've had your affordability assessed, and here's the piece of paper from the bank which states they're happy to provide you a mortgage based on the information you've given. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and remember, a successful mortgage outcome is all about the preparation you put in place before you look for properties. Question of the day: are you looking to apply for your first mortgage? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for checking out today's video. Please check the show notes for a recap on today's information, and if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing and ringing the bell. Until next time, Mortgage Chain are bringing you the best tools and tips to first-time buyers. Till next time, have a beautiful day, and we'll see you in the next video. Please note that we are obliged to tell you that your home may be repossessed if you do not keep up repayments on your mortgage.